in the flow. It is the 11th day of May, day 59. So it's crazy that we're still in the house like this. Day 59. We kind of said that it was going to happen. Turn this down a little bit. We said that it was going to happen. We said that we were going to have to be sequestered. I think that's how you say that word, for at least a little bit. As you know, I'm sharing out the fact that we're live right now over on the Love City Arts page. And I'm gonna go back and do it on my Andre Stiff Singy type of situation public page. And now that I've shared that love, I can say hello to all of you who are here. Hey, Melissa Mack, good to see you tonight again. Sound off the other person. Sorry I didn't see before I got in here who that was. So glad to have you. Why do I get on at around 8:30 every night? One purpose. It's been the same purpose for the last 59 days. To raise a to raise a fag. No, not to raise a fag. I'm already one of those. To raise a flag of gratitude and appreciation for, oh, talk about a slip. And it's live. It's live every night. And I don't care how they turn out. I turn them into podcasts because you can only show up as you are, as you beautifully are. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're watching from. This space right over here is for you. Let me know what you're grateful for. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you can't stand me. Fuck that guy. I won't mind. Just say hello. This is the good report. I'm going to start shuffling the card that's going to kind of lead our discussion. For those of you who have been here, and for those of you who are returning, you'll know I'm about to pick an angel card, and then that's going to kind of allow us to know where we're going to wind for as long as we're together. Almost halfway through May, guys and gals and everybody else. Everyone. We're almost halfway through May. Sorry about that. How are we sounding out there? Are we good on levels tonight? I never know. All right. Oh, I gotta shuffle the cards. I'm skipping a step, everybody. So these are angel cards. They're just inspirational messages and meditations. And so sometimes I pick them out and that just gives me kind of a point of attention for my prayer and meditation time. And then other times we pick them to just, be able to chat together. And, no one wants to come in here and hear about Andre. And, I love myself, but no one wants to come in here and just hear me just talk about everything that's going on with me. People want to talk about what they want to talk about. Oh, I think this is the word. All right, it popped out of the deck right at the right time. So that means that that's the one that's supposed to guide what we talk about tonight. Tonight's word is understanding. Isn't that cool? All right. I think that this angel on this card tonight is kind of reading a magazine or a book, if you can see it. Yeah, we finally got the level set, so you can see that there's an angel. Get it? Angel cards. There's an angel that is reading a little book or something. Anyway, this card means understanding. The ability to include a deeper comprehension of life in your interactions rather than simply transferring your knowledge from one experience to another. Act with sincerity and empathy. My stomach just gargled about that. Did you hear that? Understanding is the ability to include a deeper comprehension of life in your interactions rather than simply transferring your knowledge from one experience to another. Act with sincerity and empathy. Wow, I think we've pulled this card before. Melissa, haven't we pulled this card before? Yeah, I'm here for sincerity, and I'm absolutely here also for empathy. I think that if we had more empathy in the world, perhaps we wouldn't be as in bad a shape as we are. You know, bad things are going to happen, and pandemics are going to happen, but if we had a little more empathy, if we cared for each other just a little bit more, what kind of world would we inhabit? So, anyway, I don't come on for long every night. Like I've always said, this isn't about my ego. You know, I've got wonderful friends and family. You know, they love and support me. I love and support myself. So, this isn't about my ego or about numbers or about people. I just kind of like being in community, you know? Who's this? Heather Yvette Tanner. Oh my gosh, I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my I hold you in my heart. I hold you in my heart. There's so much space in my heart for you, and you know that always. You know that always. I don't this is a really probably rude thing to say in response to what you're saying to me. Cuz you said you've been missing me. I don't miss people. I feel like, and I honor that and I bow to that. I don't miss people. I feel like people get called up in my remembrance. So I'm not poo-pooing on y'all sound off out there. Is this making sense? Am I being rude? Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm being rude. But I like when people say, I miss you. I don't know how to take that ever because I don't miss people. It's like whenever I think about Louise Hay, who I pretty much meditate to every day, I think about the person that introduced me to Louise Hay. And that person was Heather. And so because I listen to Louise, I'm always thinking about Heather, so I don't miss Heather. It's just a weird way. Is anybody, am I making sense or am I, oh, you miss logging on to Facebook. I see what you're saying. I see, yeah, you've been missing me on Facebook. Yeah, we're live every night around 8:30 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, and also lovecityarts.org has a live stream on the bottom. I thought you were talking about missing me. I was like, child, in the spirit, we can't miss each other. We can't miss each other in the spirit. Lifetime upon lifetimes, we're going to be walking this thing together, especially after you introduce me to Louise and the way you introduced me to Louise. Can I tell everybody how you introduced me to Louise Hay? And if y'all don't know who Louise Hay is, You Can Heal Your Life is an amazing book to read in quarantine. I try not to be prescriptive in here because I'm no one's guru, I'm no one's pastor, I'm just Dre in this hoodie with this unkempt beard. I'm just me. So I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay is a book that Heather put me on to that changed my life forever. It was the opening of the channel that has been, you know, me walking and continuing to walk towards my freedom. Okay, Heather says I can tell. Okay, I can tell. So Josh Nave is my best friend from Lee University. Those of you who've been watching or listening for the last 59 days, you know that like Josh and I are close, and you've seen me like snot and cry about it, an ugly cry. Okay, Heather's giving me more permission, share with the world. This one's definitely getting turned into a podcast. Okay, so y'all already know about Nave, how much I love Nave, and like how I met Nave, and Nave and I have been friends for a long time. Well, he goes to grad school after undergrad, because we went to undergrad together, and he meets this character that he can't shut up about named Heather. Heather this, Heather that, Heather this, Heather that. And there's another chick too that he wouldn't shut up about during those years, like 2 years where like this motherfucker would not shut up about Heather. And so Heather and Sarah Vitale, oh my God, between Heather and Sarah Vitale, may she be blessed. I don't know if y'all are still cool or not, but that's how it went down back in the day. So the past is over, it can hurt me not. He would talk endlessly about Heather and Sarah Vitale. I was like, Heather. So when we finally got the opportunity, or was it Katie? It was Katie, who's a doctor now, I think. A PhD, I think, not MD. Anyway, we somehow he finagled it so we would end up having to go on a road trip, and we'd have to pass through by Heather's house. Well, we get into Heather's apartment, and I'm not sure if we got there at night or whatever, but we get there, we pull into the drive, we get in the apartment complex, we walk, we knock on the door. There's all these chains and stuff being being loosed. Clank, 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 clank. We go in, and I sit down on the couch. You know, she said, take a seat, take a load off. Did we stay the night? I think we stayed the night. I can't remember if we stayed the night or not. All I know is that when I sat down and realized I was sitting in someone's living room that was new, and you know how you kind of settle and you get acclimated into a space. I sat down and I did that. And then right in front of me on the living room table was a gun and a copy of You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And I'd never seen that in my life. She said, slept so good. Those of you who are going to listen back at the podcast, Heather's saying, I slept so good. Let me tell you something. I usually, it's not on the couch with me right now. It's over because, you know, you should not sleep with men or date men that don't have a library. That's what I heard. That I think that's what Nikki Giovanni or either I think Nikki Giovanni was the one that said, don't sleep with somebody who doesn't have a library. So over yonder is my my copy of You Can Heal Your Life. I figured if she thought that a Glock and that book was all the protection she needed to sleep so good, as she says in the comments right there, if that's all she needed, that's all I needed. I immediately got my hands on a copy of that book that weekend. I think that in that weekend we ended up at a Barnes & Nobles too, Heather, or Nave and I went on our own, but I got that book immediately, okay? And it's a powerful, powerful book. May the spirit of Louise Hay live on. May she remind us always that our thoughts are so powerful. And the things we think about they turn into the lives we live. And so it's important that we choose wisely. So Heather, who's been missing the show but not missing me, thank you so much for the gift of Louise Hay. She's part of the reason why I'm doing the work I'm doing and why I'm friends and kick it with the people I kick it with, because I really believe that we can heal our lives one thought at a time. I'm trying to do it. What about you? So yeah, we picked our card already. I guess now would be a good time to kind of downshift into this last part of our evening, where I just invite us all to take a breath. This is not the vibe I'm going for right now. This is not the vibe. Who hired this? Who hired this sound person? Who hired them? That's not it either. One day I'm gonna completely I think I came right back where I started. See how the universe does? Whatever. So this is the time when I just invite us all to take a breath in the present moment of our lives. I know that it gets really, really, really foggy in our headspace, and I know that sometimes life gets really, really overwhelming, but I have found personally that if I can pull myself into the present moment and just appreciate it even for 2 or 3 minutes at a time, it brings a bit of relief to my life. So I want to invite you right now to just take a breath in and breathe out. If this isn't too woo-woo for you, just take a breath in. Maybe this was the music it was supposed to be the whole time. I'll turn this up a little bit. Okay. So just take a breath in. Oh, that's it. And take a breath out. We're not going to stay here long. I'm not trying to waste your entire night. There's so many other people that want your attention. I'm not trying to be a hog. I just want us to take a breath in. Oh, yeah. Then breathe out. Oh, right here. 1 minute till the top of the hour. 1 minute to the top of the hour. On this day, we'll never get May the 11th back the same way. We'll never get the morning of May. We'll never get the morning. Oh my goodness, is that my I am enough alarm that goes off every night in the middle? You think I would learn? Hey Cheryl, good to see you. Good to see you, Cheryl. Hey, I love you. Heather says you were so remarkable. I'm just showing up. Like, no flex. I ain't got no makeup on. There's no weave in my hair. And if I didn't want to do weave because I want to do like a protective style, I don't got no packs. I'm just like over here with some coconut. I ran out of coconut oil, which means I'm gonna turn into a cactus because I take hot, long showers, which is an overshare. Y'all didn't come for that. Breathe in, breathe in. Breathe out. Oh man, now we're at the top of the hour now. Everything before this top of the hour is gone. It is gone. I know there's consequences from it and you're still living with things from it, but it's gone. It's gone. All we have is this moment. I'm so glad you're here too, Cheryl. Just little Miss Muffet sitting on a tuffet, and y'all brought your tuffets with you. Got a little bit of, help in my mug. But we just gather here at 8:30 to just like kind of chill. I'm so glad you made it too, though. Like, what's on your mind and your heart today? Cheryl is a good one. Y'all are all good ones, but like Cheryl is a community member that kind of sits and she always has something awesome to say. Cheryl, what's the good word on the night? I know whatever's in your thumbs is gonna take us where we need to go. This ain't even about me, y'all. I swear to goodness, it's not even about me. Heather, again, shout out to you. Thank you for leading me to Louise Hay. Thank you for, I meditate to this lady like going to bed, and I listen to her when I wake up. She's one of my angels that Heather gave to me. So thank you for that. Cheryl, tell me something good. At 2 minutes past the hour, we're still in the present moment, and while Cheryl makes up her mind whether or not she wants to talk to us, which is okay, we're just going to bring ourselves into this second minute past the hour, and we're just going to breathe and continue to breathe, be mindful of our breath, and we're going to feel that if there's anything heavy on our shoulder. And if there's something heavy on our shoulders, we're going to just allow ourselves to feel it. You don't have to push it away yet, but just feel that heaviness. And I want to invite you to just take those things off of your shoulders and just place them at your feet. You can pick them up on your way out if you want, but just for now, just lay them down at your feet. And then we're going to breathe again in the present moment without the things that were weighing us down. Like I said, you can pick them up for future anxiety and stuff. You can pick them up if you want to when you leave. But for now, we're just going to put them at our feet, forgetting those things that are behind us as well, because it's over. It's over. The past is over. It can hurt you not. The past is over. It can hurt you not. The past is over. It can hurt you not. Well, you're like, what about the bills? What about my student loans? What about my mama? The past is over. It can hurt you not means that. I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to pause here and say that the past is over. It can hurt you not means that in this present moment, from 3 minutes past the hour that you're sitting on, you can decide that you want to restore your relationships, the ones that are safe. The ones that are safe for you to do so. I want to be very, very clear. I'm not too far gone into my mug that I can't tell you this is only for the relationships that are safe to you, that honor you. But yeah, you can reconcile those relationships if you want. You can have peace in your heart just like that if you want. And I don't say that lightly. I'm saying that we have an incredible power. Okay, so Cheryl says, today I've been learning to sit and listen. My ancestors are speaking so loud these days. Talk about it, right? When you're 59 days, look at it. Oh, wrong way, wrong finger. I can never do this. I'd be a horrible weather person. But look up there, 59 days. Yeah, all the ancestors are barking and yelling. Gratitude always wins, Heather says. Cheryl then says, and I know that you are in such a beautiful place because of all the love that you're putting out in this world. These love sessions are so lovely. Oh, I love you, Cheryl. It didn't have to be about me. I'll go back to Heather's thought. Thank you, though, Cheryl. Thank you. You know, gratitude always wins. Yeah, it's one of those things that kind of just lifts me up. I found that when I personally, statement, so I'm not being prescriptive. I don't know your life. I don't know your circumstances, but I found that when I discovered gratitude, it was like a key that unlocked the door for me. I no longer wanted to kill myself. I no longer wanted to make the lives of other people and myself miserable for sport. I no longer thought the worst of people first, and then you know, all of that faded away when I embraced gratitude for what I have, not for what other people have, but for what I have. I'm very grateful for what I have. I'm not going to get into all of that, you know, spiritual psychobabble about more than I deserve. I think that because I have it, the universe thinks I deserve it. I turn off songs, gospel songs and Jesus songs, the ones like, I don't deserve it and I couldn't earn it. I turn that shit off. Pardon my French. Hey, Marseille. I turn it off. And the reason why I turn it off is because I don't believe in a universe that's going to give me something I don't deserve. All this blessing around us, somebody loves us. Somebody thinks that we deserve it. Flat out. Like flat out. Nothing to be paid. Nothing to earn. Nothing to nothing to beat up on yourself about. Yes. Yes. Cheryl says, yes, we are so worthy and deserving. Yes, we are so worthy and deserving. Nothing to earn. Nothing to earn. Because you are alive and because you are breathing and because you are here. Because you are here. So blessed. Because you can hear me. I talk about this all the time on here. Day 59 and time for time. I talk all the time about the fact that if you have technology where the bills are paid enough to hear my voice right now, you're blessed beyond blessed. I'm sorry if this is insensitive to people who are losing. I've lost friends. I've lost my job. I've lost my insurance. I've lost so much as well. I'm not being insensitive here. But I'm also letting you know that if there's light beaming out of your phone or your computer and you can hear me talking about gratitude and appreciation, spring up, O well, into my soul. Spring up, O well, and make me whole. Spring up, O well, and give to me that life abundantly. I think we're living it, friends. Some of y'all gonna think I've lost it, but I keep coming to this higher place of gratitude where I know that there's so many unknowns and there's so many things that we do not know. And it freaks me out probably as much as it freaks you out, but I also know that I can be freaked out and feel the full weight of blessing at the same time. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down tonight? And this is not a Jesus message or this is not nothing like that. I'm just saying that gratitude begets gratitude. When you start being grateful for things, you will find more things to be grateful for. And guess what? The universe will then rain down more things to be grateful for, more than you have room enough to receive. That's just how it works. If you are in a tight situation right now, know that I understand. I'm never coming from a lofty place. Y'all can see all of these inspirational messages and things. I'm never coming from a pedestal, lofty place. I'm just as fucked up as everybody else. The difference is that I own it. And I'm saying that we deserve in this season to find something to be grateful for, with the recognition that when we are grateful, it just leaves room for more to be grateful for. I don't know how to prove this to you beyond to just share it to you, friend to friend. Friend to friend. I'm just trying to if you are feeling a little down and sad, give yourself the space to be down and sad. I would never take your tears from you. I would never take your sorrow from you. But when you are ready, if you can shift a little bit into a space of being, you know what? And though you slay me, yet I will trust. And you're like, oh man, he weaves in between church and then Buddhism and then Taoism and this motherfucker. He weaves. Yeah, I do, because life is so complex. Life has lots of things it wants to show us, and it's not just in a church. It's not just in a mosque. It's not just in a yoga studio. It's not just in a church. It's not just in a fellowship hall. It's like the spirit of love, the spirit of God, the spirit of light, the spirit of abundance, the spirit of all things true and good wants to saturate everything. It wants to take over everything. And it doesn't have to be in a specific space. It doesn't need to be in a certain space. Cheryl says you better connect all those higher love languages. Yeah, to me it's all one, and we fight each other because we all we all think we have the market cornered. We don't. We all, our needs, and I'm finding, are very, very fundamental. Very basis. Yes, Cheryl. And Cheryl says, AKA all those different spiritual practices. Yes, they're all one to me. I say every night, my religion is love. My religion is love. And sometimes when I am using my beats to chant, sometimes I'm chanting, thank you, Jesus. Sometimes I'm chanting, Waheguru. Sometimes I'm chanting this pain, 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 this pain. Sometimes I just chant that. I don't know, that's not part of any, yeah, it's kind of Buddhist, because just allowing yourself to be with things exactly as they are, even the pain, sometimes gives it space to just complete itself. You know? So it's a little woo-woo, but it's what I use. Like I said, I should probably put an asterisk behind the T of the good report and be like, it's good to me, y'all. I don't know about y'all. Jesus. Woo! It's good to me. It's good to me, because I could think of a couple situations and times in my life where it could have been another way. It could have been another way. It could have been another way. If not for grace, if not for mercy. I'm talking about divine and also on earth. I'm talking about on earth as it is in heaven, and on heaven as it is in earth. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the goodness of something greater than myself that just allowed people to be kind enough to me and be gentle enough with me and show me enough mercy. Tonight, the person that's coming up for me, and I'm sorry, this sometimes happens. Hey, Bianca, this just sometimes happens. But this is what we do here, right? The person that's coming up for me right now is Wendy Albrecht. And so this is why earlier I was talking about that I don't miss people. If you ever tell me that you miss me and I get weird, know that it's not personal, it's me. Because I have a hard time missing people because y'all jump through my soul all the time. And the random person that's jumping up right now that I haven't talked to in years is Wendy Albrecht. Wendy Albrecht was the renter, property manager lady in Wyoming that rented me my first solo apartment when I was trying to get my life back on track, when I lost my mind and had a mental breakdown after my divorce. So let me paint you a picture, and this is why I don't miss people, and this is why I love, because now Bianca's in the space and Cheryl's in the space, and these are people who I don't miss either, because we're literally in each other's corner in the ways that we can be, technologically, spiritually, emotionally invested. And so tonight I think about Wendy Albrecht, another kind white lady, who I say that in the presence of black ladies as well, all queens to me, because there's love there. She rented me my first solo apartment as I was trying to get my life back together, and my credit was not good, and my story was not good. And she did it anyway. She showed me grace. She showed me mercy. I'm talking about earth angels right now. Same thing with Bianca. Same thing with Bianca and her twin. They had to know I was a homosexual. Had to have known that I was a little bit that way when we grew up together. Because I think, did we meet in elementary school or middle school, Bianca? Bianca's one of a twin. They had to have known. But they showed a grace to me. Never teased me. Never put me on blast. Same thing with Marthea Fuller. Same thing with Binky, Tamisha Binky Williams, who's how I know Cheryl. All of this grace and mercy that just envelops our life. This is why when the poet says, morning by morning, new mercies I see. I mean, just look. I'm not getting in your business. I'm not getting in your business, but just look. Like, just look. I'm just pointing. I don't know what it is for you. But I'm just pointing. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Somebody under the sound of my voice is going through this shit dry because they don't have the resource. And if you are somebody that's in my life right now who's going through coronavirus dry because you don't have money to go to the liquor store, and I say this like, mind what I'm saying here, but if you are a watcher here and search your heart. I'm using my yoga voice. Search your heart. And if you honestly don't have funds right now to go to the liquor store just to get a little bit of like peace in your life, I'm not talking about 12-steppers. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all ignore me. But if you don't have the funds, you just hit me up in the DMs. I'll send you a little change. Go and get you a little fun, like, because like there are people right now. I have deep empathy for the people who are going through this, going through this dry. We'll not do it. We'll not do it on the ground, and we'll not do it on the ground sober. We'll not. Y'all can come and like rein me in if I start being too wild, but oh no. Cheryl, you must have been dancing around the candles. Cheryl says you have me dancing around my candles about how morning by morning new mercies we see. It's so true. It's just true. It's so true. Anyway, so into this space, just trying to ground one more time. We just invite all who are suffering and who are in pain, and those who, felt a little off today, not been yourself, stressed out, anxious, worried about the state of the world. And I'm raising my hand on a couple of those things too. May we just call all of that suffering into this space right now, and just invite that suffering to just chill for a minute. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out. Some of us forget to breathe. And we are going to now ask love to come into this space. Some call it God, some call it Father, some call it Mother, some call it the divine consciousness, some call it so many names for this divine presence or that which is greater than ourselves. Whatever you call it, as it relates to your suffering and your pain, we invite that love into the space right now. Right now, we invite that love into the space. May love come and fill the temple. May love come and fill the temple. And some of you are like, I thought we were outside. Oh, this is just the play space, man. We can have a well inside the temple. As long as love is there, that's all I care about. And now we invite love to fill the temple. That love would just fill the temple. That's all we gather for. This is a bring your own belief zone. And that scares a lot of people, but this is a bring your own belief zone. I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm not here to tell you what your process is. Hey Tika, it's good to see you tonight. Welcome back to the Good Report. I'm not here. Tika can tell you. Tika's been here like a dozen times, a couple dozen times. Tika is like, I don't like, I'm not going to do that because, everybody, whether you've been in here for 5 seconds or 5 times or 50 times, it don't matter. It's all love here. I'm not going to do that. But Tika's been around. Thanks for watching, friend. But yeah, love is here. Love is here. That's what we gather for. It's not about anything else other than that. Cheryl Lee says, for the podcast listeners tomorrow, how amazing it is to be in the presence of love. Pure joy in the presence of love. Yes, pure joy in the presence of love. Pure joy in the presence of love. So some of you want to know like what my process is, or some of you don't care, but those of you who are curious, I wear these beads. They're for my Buddhist part of me. But like sometimes you latch onto a really, really yummy, I can't get this over the headphones right now because it's around my neck and I've got, y'all can see, and podcast listeners, you don't want to but sometimes I'll get these beads off and that will be the meditation. Like not the Church of Latter-day Saints, not the Church of God in Christ, the Church of Cheryl Lee just gave me a beautiful meditation for my life. Pure joy in the presence of love. We affirm pure joy in the presence of love. Pure joy in the presence of love. Some of y'all out here praying big ass prayers like, Father God, like all that. I mean, like that. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But let me tell you something. If I just really got still, because part of Buddhism deals with 108 beads on our malas and chanting 108 times. There's a lot of things, but if I just sat in silence or put on some really yummy music, and for each bead I just said pure joy in the presence of love, pure joy in the presence of love, pure joy in the presence of love. Do you feel that? Pure joy in the presence of love. Like just set your mind. Set your mind. This is churchy people. This is what they were talking about when they said, set your mind on things above. Ah! Set your mind on things above. That's what they were saying. This is all the same. This is all the same. Stop fighting. Stop fighting yourself. Let's stop fighting each other. Embrace pure joy in the presence of love. Whatever you call it. Hey! Woo! Okay. I'm sorry. Am I on a cloud? Yes. Is my mug not coffee? Yes. But pure joy in the presence of love, that hits my soul. It does ping pongs in my spirit. Hey! Okay, I'm done. Cheryl has all the spoons. There are people in my life, Heather, Cheryl, my best friend Nave. There are people that just know where the spoons are. Sharika, I'm sorry, Sharika, not Sharika. Although Sharika too, from Tennessee. That's why I don't miss people, because that was my grill cook buddy. We cooked on the grill. She cooked left grill. I cooked right at the Cracker Barrel, like 10 years ago. I was on the left grill doing my country fried whatever, and she was on the right one talking shit. Sharika, shout out to Sharika. I don't miss people because y'all bounce in my spirit all the time. But and Shakira Imani knows where the spoons are, knows how to go right into the drawer. Cheryl just did it, knows how to go right into the drawer and to get the spoons, sometimes long handles, sometimes not, and y'all just start stirring my spirit up. Pure joy in the presence of love. Pure joy in the presence of love. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a binaural kind of meditation track for lifting people's spirit, and we're gonna release it, and it's gonna be called Pure Joy, and it's gonna just be meditate. It's gonna be just pure joy. Y'all wanna do this? Y'all wanna make a little meditation track? Pure joy in the presence of love. Pure joy in the presence of love. I'm telling you, it may help somebody. Whew, I felt it. All right, let me get off of Al Gore's internet acting out and catching the spirit and all that. This space is nothing without the energy that you all bring. I take that back. I'm here and I'm bringing all of the energy that I can. I'm not a nobody. I mean, I'm nobody, but I don't want to be somebody. I want to be a nobody, but I'm not nobody. So I take that back. I'm so glad. My point is, I'm so glad that you're here. I see the numbers with the podcast listeners that's growing as I turn these into podcasts. So there's a live podcast taping. I cannot do this community, and I cannot do what I do without you. How bland. Oh shit. She said, stir it up. Bianca Dotson Gregory said, stir it up. Shirley says, I love you. Cheryl says, yes, make that a meditation track. Oh, we're going to make it. I'm going to make it just to prove to y'all that magic exists. That you can literally be on a Monday night, hanging out on a live stream. One of your cool kid friends pops through into your outside well space that's also in a temple, because we did that tonight too. But one of your cool kid friends pops through and says pure joy in the presence of love, and it just takes your soul so much that you just have to make some type of meditation track that you've never made before. I've never made a meditation track before. We're going to do it now just to prove that we can. For the ancestors. Can we do it for the ancestors? Can we make that pure joy in the presence of love meditation track or house track or whatever, just for the ancestors, just because we are their dream, and we're so blessed to be on the internet to be able to share. Hey, Terry G. Williams, Mama Williams. Yeah, let's do it. I think that it's pure magic that people kind of hop through here as they need or want or desire, and they stay as long as they want to. And I love that we're just cultivating a space of love for no reason. Pure joy in the presence of pure love. Pure joy in the presence of pure love. Yeah, it should have a little bit of a beat to it too. Cheryl, we're gonna make this happen. Because it came out of your spirit to me, and I just feel like creating something really, really special out of this. Like I said, I don't come on here just to share stories about my omelets. If you want cool omelet pictures and things like that, and lots of social justice shit, because Black Lives Matter, then you can catch that on my like stories and stuff like that. But I don't come in here for that. This ain't the Andre show. I just come in here nightly at around 8:30 just to riff with y'all, because y'all are my joy as well. I have my own joy, but like, why not get in the sandbox and be like, hey y'all, pure joy in the presence of pure love is what the ancestors were speaking through Cheryl tonight. So cool how blessed we are. My father, who I'm mending, my father is no longer physically here. And mind my language. My father's no longer physically here. So many of our ancestors are no longer physically here, but my father and I have been mending our relationship from the other side to this side. And, my father, who's no longer physically here, he grew up using outhouses, like using outdoor shitters for those of you who need it plainly. Yeah, Howard, we've been going for 59 days, Bubba's. Isn't that crazy? Day 59, my Lord. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop sharing love. Can't stop, won't stop sharing love. God has deposited, I'm getting churchy because Howard showed up in the Howard's part of my church life. And so, not completely part of my church life, but long story. Anyway, yeah. Day 59, can't stop, won't stop. Spirit has placed in me a calling to make sure that anybody who needs encouragement in the arts or adjacent to the arts or just in life will get it when I'm around. And I'm going to continue to build spaces where I can be around, whether people want to be around or not. I'm going to be around because that's what God has called me to do. So yeah, day 59 will not stop. This is like, I've never had this resolve. I've never. Y'all can look back. I don't take anything down. I don't hide anything. Like, I'm a very, almost weirdly public person. People slide into my DMs saying all kinds of garbage. People slide into my DMs saying some really like open shit because I'm an open book. Like, if you go to lovecityarts.org or andrestith.net, you can poke around and find out virtually anything about me, and also you can reach out to me. And so that's a thing. But like, you can look back in like the archives if you want on YouTube and see that I've never sustained any kind of art-filled project this long. I started doing something at January of this year. And what happened was it got so performative where I was like trying to be like Barbara Walters or like Oprah, like, and I have something to say on day 1. And I have something to say on day 2. And I have something to say on day 3. And because I was trying to be somebody instead of being cool with just being Andre, it didn't sustain me because that's not my heart, right? Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Or am I just like kind of talking about my own damn life? Has anybody out there been in a space where you try to do something self-serving and it didn't work, but the moment that you just decided to push play or push start stream and just show up, all of a sudden, you just had people coming and chilling and then going, and because my self-worth is attached to it, because I recognize that I'm enough as you is enough. You is enough. Because I recognize that I am enough as you are enough, I can just come in here and just chill every night. And I don't feel the weight on my chest like I did. So, okay, so what's the too long don't read? The too long don't read, Bianca's putting up her hand for those of you who will listen to the podcast tomorrow. And Cheryl says, yes, we feel you. Yeah, for those of you who are struggling with a project, the too long don't read is if you've got something in your heart that you're really stressed out about, I would really recommend that you don't give yourself over to the opinions of other people. I think those of you who were here in like day 12 or 13, when everything started coming into focus, it became very, very clear that on day 1, I was like, I really want to go and like hang out with my community online, but I've done it before and like nobody paid attention. I got like one one heart. I got like one heart or like 2 hearts. Like, what's 2 hearts? I don't feel like no one wanted to see it. And so I gave up. And I started having this conversation with Spirit, and I was like, I don't want to do another thing, the good report, because those of you who started at the beginning, like on day one, it was called something else. It was called like the well. It was called something else. But I just kept listening to Source, and I was like, I don't really want to do this because no one will watch. And Spirit, Source, God, whatever you want to call it, said, was like, what the fuck did I say? I was like, what if no one watches me? Like, what if I sit there and there's 0 people paying attention? Because for an actor and a singer and a creative as I am, like for some of us, we've built this culture where it is absolute death, where you feel like you're dying if no one's paying attention to you. Like there are people that literally change their profile picture every day so that someone can pay attention to them. And that's their business. If that's your joy to like show different facets of yourself, then cool. But like the reason why I was doing it, can we get clear in here tonight? Can we get clear in here tonight? Can we get crystal clear in here tonight? Like the reason why I was doing it was for attention. And so I was not about to like get on here and do another live stream thing, because nobody was going to watch or pay attention. And there would be like, what if and Spirit very clearly shook me in the midst of this coronavirus season, because there's nothing distracting me. I'm just here. I've been just in the house. I'm not left the block the whole 59 days. And all of a sudden I'm like, well, what if people don't watch or pay attention, or what if they don't stop by? And Spirit very clearly, and some of your spirits aren't as ratchet as my God is, but my God said, what the fuck did I say? In a loving way though. What the fuck did I say? I told you to go and to sit there and just hold space for anybody who popped through. Shirley says, make it clear. And I think I just did. Yeah. Cheryl says, yep, me. I'm teaching my girls that to flow with life. Yeah, so true. You are enough. Yeah. For those of you who don't know that life hack, and Heather says, I am she. They were picking up what I was putting down. I have a 9 a.m. and a 9 p.m. I am enough alarm on my phone. I want to challenge all of my community and all of my network. Yes, certainly, in a loving way, absolutely, in a loving way. My God is both ratchet and loving to me, and merciful to me, and I have those 2 alarms, the I am enough number 1 and I am enough number 2, and it goes off, and it just reminds me throughout my day that I am enough, and I affirm that to myself, and then I ask myself the question, who would I be, and how would I show up if I really believed I am enough? And that allows me to be here, bushy beard, my African American history and culture museum hat, and I just get to chill and just show up and just offer my light, and allow my light to reflect back off of the mirrors that all of you are holding, in real time and not. I think that's good. I think that's good for day 59. How do you feel? Is that good for day 59? Have we spun a web of love? Have we built a fire of love? Hopefully this fire of love can take us another 24 hours. And I'm not building codependency. I'm not your neighborhood pastor that wants you to have to keep coming back for more so I can get my tithe. It's not even about that. But I hope that we've built a fire that we can kindle for the next 24 hours. I'm going to be here every night at 5:30. Nope, sure won't. I'll be here every night at around 8:30 at or around to throw more wood on the fire of gratitude and appreciation. I'm so glad for the love. We really moved some mountains in here tonight. We really, I felt some Shakti. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Shakti. I felt some Shakti tonight. I really felt some really powerful love vibes, and I know that we definitely threw some huge logs on the fire of gratitude and appreciation. It'll last us 24 hours more, and I'll be here to keep watch for love and gratitude and appreciation. For those of you that are just joining now, when this one goes live, either after I hit stop or in replays, this one's one for the books. This one's one for the books. I didn't even cry tonight. But really, really powerful love making. And I believe that even friends, can platonically make love. Lots of that in here tonight. Good to see you, Veronica. Good to see you, Jimmy. We've got comments though. Lots of comments. Sorry, y'all. Cheryl says, yes, that's how me and Spirit talk. Fuck this and fuck that, and a lot of sit the fucks down. Yeah, my spirit too, friend. My spirit, my father, mother God, my mother God's a real one. Sit the fuck down. Don't you send that text, bitch. You wanna create all that bad karma for yourself? You really wanna fight with people in the middle of coronavirus? Don't send that text, bitch. And I don't send that text. I just don't send it. I listen to my spirit. Laugh out loud, Cheryl says. I'm reading these for the podcast listeners that I'll come back later and listen so they get to have the fun too. Bianca Dotson Gregory says, oh, that hit me in my chest. Who would you be if you believed you were enough? Child, I recommend, okay, this is my prescription. If I were to tell you what to do, but I'm not telling you what to do because I don't know your life, and I'm not your guru, and I'm not trying to be that guy on the internet. I swear, I'm not a televangelist. What I would do if I were you, I would write in dry erase marker on every mirror in the house, every mirror that you see, write I am enough. I would then go on your phone. I would program the first alarm, I am enough number 1, to go off at the first time in the day. Mine is 9 a.m. Then I would turn around and go and program another alarm because we have smartphones that can do these days. All the operating systems, Android and Mac and Apple. You program the second alarm, I am enough 2. And every time they go off, ain't a big deal. You just go, oh, I am enough number 1. And then you just go, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. And then you act like you're enough in your life. And then 12 hours later, you'll all of a sudden, and it usually happens in the middle of the podcast, like it happened at 9 o'clock tonight earlier. I don't mind being an imperfect person, so I have alarms go off in my fucking podcast because that's my business, right? It's all love, right? It's all love. And so then the second alarm goes off at 9 p.m., and that's I am enough, and it goes off wherever I am. And I like that it happens during this podcast because showing up in this way and kind of talking with the beard and stuff as an actor, trying to be somebody, it's very hard for me to do because some people would not dare. Like your fave would never dare to come on here looking this fucking busted. You just wouldn't dare because they don't want to be vulnerable in that way, and that's their business. But then when the 9 o'clock I am enough alarm goes off, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm enough to sit here and be here with y'all. I'm enough to just be as I am. It's okay. I can get a shape up and all that after coronavirus and go out here and sing all the notes on a stage. I can do that later. But for right now, we're just sharing, right? We're just being before any of this shit matters, before I became somebody. That's what I love about people like Bianca being in the space. Y'all knew me before Broadway. Y'all knew me before casting, this and that. I wasn't founding artistic director of shit when y'all knew me. I was that nigga on the bus. That's who I was. That's who I was. I was that cute kid, that nigga on the bus. That some people in my childhood said that about me. That's who I was. I wasn't Broadway actor, Broadway singer, artistic this and that. There was none of that. We were just kids on a bus. The green seats. No seat belts. If you rolled out, you just rolled out. Fire drills jumping out the back of the yellow bus. Richmond Public Schools. Bianca and Fallon. That's who we are. That's who I want to remain to be. I don't ever want to increase my gifts or grow in my gifts to a place where I can't just get on the internet and just show love and just be love. So I hope that wherever I go, whatever I do creatively, whether that's back to corporate, which I hope it's not, or deeper in my artistry and more singing and stuff like that, whatever it is, I want to always have people like Jimmy Rhodes. Jimmy Rhodes was my first cruise director. And he affirmed me on and off the court as a black queer performer male. I had never been around a head nigga in charge. He can't say this because he works for that company. he can't say this, but I had never been around a head nigga in charge like Jimmy Rhodes. And so the fact that he just showed up month after month of that 9-month contract. I think I did back-to-back contracts. Did I do back-to-back contracts there, or did I do one? I don't know. It was at least 9 months that I watched Jimmy be an awesome cruise director on one of the smallest ships in the fleet. And now he's a cruise director on the biggest cruise ships for that company. I had never seen a black man command a stage and lead that way. This is why I don't miss people. I don't miss people because y'all stick and knew me before this present moment. Which really, if you want to be like, well, who is he? Like, let me look. For those of you who go to look for my resume, I'm just the me. But guess what? I am enough. And so are you. Oh, we got comments. Wait. Lots of comments. Ancestors. My ancestors don't hold back. In damn deed, Bianca says, love it, you better listen. Shirley says, don't send that text. I know, like every text that you think to send, you shouldn't be. Veronica says, teaching dance makes me miss it. Going back to watch, need the love. Yeah. You can, but you know what, Veronica? There's a program here. Shout out to Jess Grippo. She runs a program called You Can Dance Again. Look her up on Instagram. She's like one of our partners, and she has 60, 70, 80-year-old dancers in her community that are just coming back to dance. Some of them for the first time. This isn't like a paid promo. This is just my friend, and she encourages us all to move. So if you want to get back into dance, like Veronica, I challenge you, make us a little Instagrammable dance piece. We'll share it with the Love City Arts community. Love City Arts and all of our spaces are about, we're about 5,000 strong if you count the people over on Meetup. We'll share your dance piece if you feel inspired with all of them if you want. Bianca says, yes, that made me smile. Love you. And then Cheryl says, meditation tracks is the new lane. Yeah, I mean, everybody's doing them. I'm not pretending like it's anything special. It's just, it could be our little stank on the world. Back to the point, like, God didn't ask me to come here to be Oprah. He asked me to be Andre. You know, God didn't come here to ask me to be John Legend. I'm Andre. I mean, these are like people I admire. I admire Oprah's ability to connect and build community through this medium. I admire John Legend's voice and reach and things like that. But like, God didn't call me to be those people. God called me to be me, and God called you to be you. Or Spirit called you, or nobody called you if you don't believe in any of this shit. But like, you're meant to be you. Period. Pooh. So I hope that you're at least investigating. I don't have any of the answers. I have zero answers. I spent my whole life being saved, thinking I knew the way, the truth, and the light. I know some ways. I know some truth. I know some light. I don't think I'll ever know it all. Because it's just that fucking big. God is that big. I'm done. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm so grateful for this. This one's definitely, I don't turn them all into podcasts, but for the podcast listeners, they're going to really like this. Because we went in tonight. I'm glad we did this. Like I said, this is not about me. It would be nothing without all those comments that are there that I got to read and kind of respond to and have some fun with. Yeah. Y'all are awesome. I'll be back tomorrow and every night until this is over, 8:30. Thank you for watching The Good Report. I'm Andre in the Flow, May 11th, day 59. See you soon. Remember that love is the greatest power there ever is.